Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of our Wizard101 Let's Play. My name is SlytherinKnight, and I'm so happy you could join me. So today we are continuing where we left off with the main story, and that is heading back to Wizard City to speak with Ambrose, because something's going on at Wizard City. Now these episodes will still be part of will still be called Mirage. Thumbnail will still be from Mirage and stuff like that, because this is still technically the Mirage storyline. So, just putting that out there. That does mean I feel like, well, I know that nothing else really to say. But anyway, just so there's no confusion about that, because we are still technically in the Mirage storyline. We have a handful of missions. I'm not entirely sure on the exact number, between 5 and 10 missions to do, or quests to do. Then we eventually head back to Mirage to kind of finish Mirage. It's a bit of a boss rush, but towards the end. But we'll get to it when we get to it, right? Either way, not much else to say. Let's head on in, speak with Ambrose. Now, let's see. Yeah, I was going to say, there it is. I'm recording this during the month of September, which is, coincidentally, Headmaster Ambrose's birth month. So, yeah, you have a cake here, which you can press it to play the message on it. It's a kind of a sweet thing that they do for all of the teachers at Ravenwood. Anyway.
Oh, there you are, my good friend. I'm glad you received my dispatch. Much has transpired since last we spoke. I'm pleased to tell you that your friend Mallory has come a long way. She's become my go-to wizard for all manner of errands.
Seeing as how we've graduated from Ravenwood and therefore aren't in Wizard City often enough to do that for the headmaster.
Meantime, I have spent much time searching for information about the Cabal, but Malistair's journal remains our best lead. You may recall the reference to the initials G and D. I must believe this refers to Duncan Grimwater, since we know he's involved. To that end, Mallory has tracked Duncan down, but I want you to help confront him, so when you can, please join Mallory in Old Town.
Of course. It'll be good to see Mallory again. Yeah, it's also, the month of September is also the same month that Wizard101 initially released, so I'm going to see a lot of birthday stuff.
Finally! I thought I'd be standing here forever. Headmaster Ambrose said you'd come, but I had my doubts. How are things in Mirage? Really? Grandfather Spider plans to turn back the sands of time? Wow. That's got to have something to do with the Eye of History.
Mm-hmm.
Since you left, I've been helping Ambrose on this end, and it's been about 1,000,000 times more fun. Now, we get to confront Duncan Grimwater. To Triton Avenue, then. That's where Duncan's hiding out. This'll be just like old times. You take the lead, and I've got your back.
I wonder, has, as you can tell, her outfit has changed. She looks like a proper life wizard now. Makes me wonder, does she have, what does she give us now? Does she still just give the healing boost? Yeah, 25% incoming. I think it was 20, right? But I think that might be it still. Yeah, I don't see anything else right offhand, because I know, like, as she gets stronger, I think she's supposed to give you more more bonuses, more buffs. But it doesn't look like it at the moment. I think, yeah, it's just the healing buff, which, I mean, makes sense. She's a life wizard. Alright. Triton Avenue. It has been a long time. I'm not going to bother with the wooden chests. They just don't give enough gold. Hello, Duncan. Alright, so this is Duncan's house. Or at least where he's been staying.
Aw, man, not you again! When you beat me back at Malastaire's house, it pretty much ruined my chances of joining the Cabal.
Not before you brokered the deal with Malastair and took the Eye of History. We're on to you, Duncan.
Wait, you think I'm the Cabal's agent? Psha, I wish. I already told you they've rejected me at every turn.
So who else do we know that has the initials GD?
And I'm not saying who the real agent is either. If she found out, I'd never be able to walk down Firecat Alley again. Ah, I didn't say that.
Perhaps Greta Darkkettle?
Thank you, Duncan. Wizard, I think we got what we came for, didn't we? Let's go tell Ambrose.
Perhaps that old alchemist that we had dealings with in the very, very beginning. I love this. Like, I love the whole concept of the Cabal. You know, taking you back to Wizard City to deal with things. You know, I love that aspect of the game. The sad thing though is like the Cabal are really only, like, I don't know how much more happens with the Cabal in Mirage and in Imperia, but I think their main like conclusion to them is in a raid, and I'm not going to do raids, but so that's a little unfortunate. But
Well, isn't this a treat? Seeing the two of you together warms my heart. Oh, but tell me, what did you learn from Duncan Grimwater?
Apparently, Duncan's not the agent after all. But he gave us a clue. It's a she who lives on Firecat Alley. Any idea who it could be?
She lives on Firecat Alley and has the initials G and D. Aha! Of course! It makes perfect sense. Greta Darkkettle.
Wait, you mean that batty old witch who's always talking about curses?
Yes, Greta knew about the death school before anyone else. Oh, and then she remained in Wizard City even after resigning from Ravenwood.
yeah, even though she tells everyone she was chased out.
We must move fast. Wizard, you and Mallory must go question Greta right away. Be careful. She's clearly more dangerous than we realized.
That she is. Now, I'm gonna switch this over to, because we are getting ready to go into a fight with Miss Darkkettle. So, she does have cheats. Let me pull them up real quick. All right. Really, her cheats aren't that bad. She has, like pretty much every creature that has, or every enemy that has cheats, she has the one if a wizard joins the battle after it has started, she will cast both a curse 25% and a hex 35% on the wizard who joined late. So again, just don't join late. But into her more serious stuff, if you could have been one of us in the first round, and every third round thereafter, she will cast Beguile on a random target, also includes minions. This cheat only activates when 2 or more positions are filled in the duel. So, seeing as how, you know, I'm not going to need minions for this fight, that's not going to affect me whatsoever. So that's helpful, right? Though, just to know, if 3 or more wizards are present, this cheat will trigger every round. So that's a bit annoying, but again, soloing the fight, not have to worry about it. What is this? Amateur Hour. If a wizard places a feint on Greta, she will cast Sacrifice to remove it, so just don't Don't cast faint, and yes, mass faint will trigger this cheat as well. And then finally, at the end of every 5th round, she will cast a mass infection, which lowers the amount of healing you do with an actual healing spell. Looking at her spells, she actually doesn't have any self-damaging spells like Dark Pact or Sacrifice. She will only cast Sacrifice if you place a feint on her. So, but yeah, so that means I can place prisms on her just fine. She is a Death Wizard or Death Witch, whatever. So I can place prisms on her easily enough, and just go about it. This fight does not look like it's hard, especially because, again, we're doing this solo, so nothing really to worry about. I always knew there was something kind of iffy about her. Though I kind of admit, I played Wizard101. I think I first played it back in 2009. I think that's what I've said, was 2009. And this was when Wizard City was very different when the game first came out. They've done a lot of streamlining since then. Initially, Greta actually had you doing a few quests that involved fighting the Molten Men, I think. She had other quests that you had to do for her when you were creating the measures you needed to take to fix the Fire Elves. Yeah, there were other things you had to do for her. And it's been, God, how many? I don't even want to think. 16 years? It's been 16 years since then, so yeah, wow. Has it really been that long? So I don't remember exactly what we were supposed to do by the time I started playing this game again. They had changed a lot of things. Like Lizzo here was not a character. I don't remember Lizzo being a character. So originally. But anyway, just the things that change as time goes on. Though we always remember Greta's house, since they have that little detail up there of the smoke coming out of it. But we're going to confront her, and then...
Drat! She's not here! But she can't have gotten far. Let's look for clues to where she's gone.
Specifically, yeah, find the property deed. Wait, what is that? That's a vampire. So, I guess maybe she's from Darkmoor. That would kind of make sense.
The document appears to be a standard Wizard City property deed, but strangely, it's for the house across the street.
Ooh, what's that? A deed for the house across the street? Sounds like a solid clue to me. Let's investigate.
Oh, it's quite literally the house across the street. Gotcha. Or not. You know, this one here.
Look at this place. A secret Cabal safe house right under our noses this whole time. And there's a trap door. I wonder what's down there. I don't know what, but I do know who. Greta Darkkettle. Let's go.
Okay, so you actually have to click on it. I just wanted to see if there's like anything you could pick up from these places, but it really doesn't look like it. Is that an airship? I wonder if that's supposed to be kind of a reference to Imperia, because I know Imperia has like airships and stuff in it. And that is the next world we're going to after Mirage.
Look here, it's the Cursebreaker, the Banshee's Bane. I had a feeling you'd eventually catch on. And now you found our safe house, too. You know, I actually had my eye on you at one point. I thought you'd be a good recruit for the Cabal. Better than that dingbat Grimwater. But of course you were loyal to Ambrose, and then you had to go and join the Arcanum. Ugh! Oh yes, we know all about the Arcanum. Just as the Arcanum knows all about the Cabal. Ah, but they haven't been honest about that, have they? Now you'll never know the truth.
My assumption is that the Cabal was a section of the was a portion of the Arcanum. That's why they do have a destroyed banner in the Arcanum. And they got a little extremist ideas, and that didn't work out for anybody. But anyway, into combat. Her pet actually I don't think does anything. She might have some spells that she casts through her pet, but I don't know. I'm gonna do that. I really don't want to set the death trap yet. I'd rather wait. I'd rather wait for another spell. So I'm gonna go ahead and Dark Pact now, since I don't think she has any spells to mess with me in that regard. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Get the boost. I was hoping for a prism, but we can work with this. Oh no, actually no, yeah, we got a blade. Let's cast the. Yeah, we're gonna drop that scarecrow. We're gonna cast the blade. You dare use my own spells against me. How terribly rude. Alright, I guess that's fine. We'll go ahead and do that to get rid of it. Place a curse. This actually can serve two purposes. If I don't get a prism sometime soon, we can still, get the death damage, and if we do get one, it'll do the life trap on it, which is awesome. Really hoping I can get one though. For some reason, I feel like I've already gotten it and just didn't realize it. But like, did I get rid of a mass infection? I feel like I did. I don't know. I'd have to go back and check. Well, either way, I don't really have anything else I can do, so let's just go ahead and put these death traps on her. Oh, she does have a. I didn't even look at that. That's right. She does have
the power of the Cabal.
Yeah. Good thing I don't use healing spells. I use drain spells. It's not actually what I meant to do, but it's fine. Go ahead and apply that. That counters the virulent plague that she hit us with. Let's go ahead and Dr. Vaughn. Get some damage in. Get a heal. Okay, we still need to set up a little bit more on her before I can take her out. Okay, so she does have... See, sacrifice wasn't listed in her spells. But hey, it actually ended up working relatively well because she wasn't able to heal properly with it. So that's awesome. Do one more trap, and then we will go for damage. Ooh, no, yeah, let's just go ahead and go call Krulu. She's gonna need a heal from this, but 1,000. She might survive, just because, again, I don't know exactly what her resistance to death magic is, right offhand. She did not. She melts.
Bah! So you would drive me out of Wizard City? Fine, I'll go. But know this, the Arcanum is not what you think. They've been lying all along. Did you know that at first, I only suspected you as a Cabal spy? Of course not. She told you lies then, just as she tells you lies now. You chose the wrong side, Wizard. But it's no matter at this point. We both know time itself is slipping away, don't we? Goodbye, fool!
Whoa, that was heavy. You really think she's telling the truth? No way. I can't believe the Arcanum would do that. Look, you should go and clear this up with the Arcanum. I'm going to ask Ambrose for permission to help you in Mirage. I'll catch up.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, the Arcanum is kind of they're a secret society. Of course they're going to have, well, secrets, you know. It's just kind of how they operate. And with Iona thinking us a Cabal spy, yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. We just kind of show up along with one of their professors. Yeah, I mean, that seems kind of weird, doesn't it? And then there's the fact that they find, you know, that we are the one that released a Grandfather Spider unknowingly. We must preface that. Unknowingly. But still. Either way, we're going to keep going for a little bit. I don't think we can complete all of this stuff in this episode. We might be able to, but because I don't really know what else is left. I know there is another fight that we have to do, but there's no cheats for it, at least.
And just where do you think you're going, Initiate? Ione gave me specific instructions. She's not to be disturbed. You can't...
Yeah, I don't care. You and I need to have a conversation.
You dare to storm into my office? Fitzhume told you to stop. You what? You confronted an agent of the Cabal? Alone? I feel shocked. So the Cabal agent said we were lying to you. I've spoken no falsehoods, but I haven't told you the entire truth either. I had to be sure first.
I mean, again, I don't really fault her for that, personally.
We knew the Cabal was watching you, and that you were tainted by shadow magic.
Tainted?
Actually, we subjected Velma von Venkman to the same scrutiny. It's true, we know about the Cabal. Its leaders were once in the Arcanum, before the Schism. But initiates are never privy to this knowledge. Very well, the time has clearly come. I can say no more until you become an understudy. Fortunately, your eligibility has already been approved. To advance to the rank of Arcanum understudy, you must now speak with Cyril Cassini and face the appropriate trial. Then return.
Yeah, let's Yeah, let's keep going. I was going to say we might stop here, just because it is kind of a... We're about to do another quote-unquote boss fight. But, it just doesn't feel right. We're at 25 minutes. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right to stop now. Right. So we will continue on. Do we ever talk to Sybil? I don't think we've ever... Yeah, Sybil has never come up in anything that I know of. Oh, this is also how we get our Arcanum apartment. So, yeah, I want to go ahead and get this done.
Aha! The face of the Arcanum's future stands again before the Arbiter practice. I knew from our duel that you would be a rising star here. And you are now eligible to face the trial of the understudy, yes? That is the quickest turnaround for an initiate I have ever seen. But I am confident you will do well once again. You are familiar with the trial chambers. The door to this one is back out in the hallway. Face the trial of the understudy, and if you succeed, you may simply return to Ione. Until next time, my friend.
Actually, I am going to check something real quick. Okay, no, not yet. So I guess, yeah, we have to become an understudy. Yeah, I think once we get this done, we gain access to our next spell quest. So yeah, I think once we do... Or, I guess it's this room. Once we get this done, we'll probably wrap up. Anyway. In we go.
The trial chamber is much like the others, but your opponent is far more exotic. It's an elemental that seems to be made from the void itself.
Now, this thing doesn't have any cheats that I know of. I mean, I looked into it a little bit, so we should be fine. Just a straight one-on-one fight, kind of the same way that it was to become an initiate against the unicorn. So 13,000 health. I mean, it's a fair bit of health, but nothing like truly worrying. Yeah, all of its spells, I think, are shadow reskins of other spells. So. I blocked the crit on the damage over time too. That's nice. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I mean, this fight is not meant to be difficult because, well, there's no sigil gate first off. Interesting. Yeah, there's no sigil gate first off to kind of make it more difficult, or to mean that you can team up for it. So that was so it had the death shield, the dream shield, and the thermal shield is what both of those were. Interesting. Did I already put I don't think I've put a blank 30 on you. We're going to go ahead and do Dr. Vaughn here, just to get some damage in. It shouldn't be enough. It should not be enough to take this guy out, but at least get some damage in. Just under half. Protected shield. Great. Not much I can really do about that other than just kind of try to deal as much damage as we can. Is that a pixie? Okay. Was not expecting that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Sure. We can do that, I think, so, but I'll hold off on the feint for now. Let's go ahead and deal some more damage. Yeah, I can do that too. Buff that. How much health are you at? 3471. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and go for another blade. Alright, go ahead and drop that. We'll go ahead, yeah, we'll do a Dark Pact. Actually, let's do this one. Let's do the unenhanced one. So that when I do the next one. Oh, alright, that's great. Can't remember, does this stun me for a round? No, it gives them a 50, it gives them a tower shield. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Gonna pass, that works for me. I was kind of hoping for a, okay, so what we're gonna do, and we're gonna boost you, I'm going to Dark Pact this one, and then we'll attack. Yeah, it uses up that, which is fine. So I'm glad they give you 2. Passes again. Get a power pip. Excellent. Dr. Von's monster should be enough. So really not a hard fight, but this did take a little bit longer than I thought it would. Oh, that's not good. No critical. Oh, well, didn't need it. Thankfully.
During the duel, it seemed as though the elemental was seeking to absorb your life essence. As the elemental dissipates, however, it feels as though you are magnetically propelled in the opposite direction.
Interesting. Let's go ahead and go talk to Iona. Or Ione? Oh, Ione. Let's go ahead and go talk to her to finish this. Yeah, to finish this quest, because I don't think... Yeah, nothing yet. And then we will go from there. See? See? There's the Cabal.
I suppose I should say congratulations. You are now an Arcanum understudy with the benefits and the responsibilities that entails. As an understudy, you will have a private office to decorate and use however you like. You will find the entrance just down the hall. As to the truth about the Cabal, you now have clearance for this knowledge. I already told you that they were once part of the Arcanum. I could tell you the entire story, but it would take many hours, and I feel unprepared to do so. The Cabal's work was performed in what we now call the Forbidden Wing, behind the warded door. We do not go in there under any circumstances. There is a small library, however, where we keep historical records about the Schism. It is simplest for you to learn about the history there. Visit the Schism Reading Room, read about the past there, and then return and we will discuss the future.
Excellent. Now this...
I know you're engaged in a critical errand, and many clamor for your attention. But when time permits, I have something that merits discussion.
That is her saying she has a quest for us, which is how we're going to start the next episode. We're going to start... Yeah, we are going to wrap up here. But in the next episode, we are going to go talk to Kisma to get our next spell, Kisma's Curse. Should be good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of curious to see what all we have to do. And then after that is done, we have some reading to do. We have some lore dumping to do. I'm looking forward to that. I love learning more about the lore of this game. It's one of my favorite aspects. So, looking forward to that. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, which I do sincerely hope you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And if you happen to be new to the channel, hello, welcome, and please do consider subscribing. And to stay up to date for whenever new content is released, don't forget to hit that bell icon after you subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.